Welcome back, survivors. I'm the SurvivalVis, and we return to the Long Dark, the Escape the Darkwalker challenge, which admittedly is not as scary as I was expecting it to be. Alright, let me pick up the diary page. Gnashing the grinding thing from the stars, but no beauty sets down from that endless void. Take that. Take that. Yeah, that's some stuff we've dropped off. Okay, I need to keep moving. So we need to work up this way now. Actually, we got a bit of water in that inn. So yeah, the first, the bit of tension and fear we've had so far for this challenge was basically just watching the countdown timer to say the Darkwalker's active. And I'm not sure it's because of the pacing and knowing where everything is I've been able to avoid so much, but hasn't really been as dangerous or scary or tense as I thought it might be. Maybe something to be done is to give the Darkwalker almost like a fear bar like the Timberwolves have, but that you have to drive it away every so often. And that would actually give you more reason to be using things like the revolver, the flare gun, just to keep, a little more tension than there presently is. Because, yeah, so far, Escape the Darkwalker has turned into more of just jog around a bit of an eerie area while you hear some not so nice audio stuff happening. Though I admit being out here and hearing some of the audio stuff and not having any, some sight of land is a little more eerie. But we'll keep going. That is okay, that's 4 out of 10. So far, it has been, each region has only had one fire or one diary page, so I don't know. I'm going to have to hit, I guess, 6 more regions. I'm hoping to maybe be able to tackle 2 per episode. But I don't know, which regions all do have a fire in them. Ash Canyon didn't have a fire at all in it. So I don't know if it's a case of, Blackrock Prison region won't have anything. Yeah, okay, we should be getting close to starting to see the, Okay, there's land at last. I don't exactly know where I am, though. I've never actually had the game mapped out so well I could look at and say, okay, I'm close to something around here. No, I'm gotta try and figure out where I exactly am and what's near or far. I feel like I almost have to go back up this way. Because I don't... Yeah, the bridge feels like I haven't really gone for anything there. And I do have the little countdown to the left there that... 60 minutes is a lot of time to be able to get out of the region. It's just I need to try to find the landmarks like the log sort, which will let me start working up into the hills to progress us to Mystery Lake next. But this might be where we start getting the Darkwalker to be a little more threatening or imposing. Because I have to backtrack, and that could be taking us slowly closer to it. Heat and that I'm not going to worry all that much about. It doesn't really have much impact for us anymore with just try and go about and figure out where everything is. But if I do have to hit each region to get the pages for the diary. Okay, so I think I know where I am now with seeing this here. I think we're a little bit from the log sort still. I think it's up the road, and then we should be able to find the way up into the hills from that. But that's the fall off of one of the log bridges that you do take up through the hills. So far, no wolves, no... well, there was the bear on this map that we did spot in the distance. I still think that would be something kind of eerie, as the Darkwalker does pass by the animals, it, I don't want to say, violently kills them, but it does kill them and you hear the death sound play, so it's you know there's danger nearing you. Because, yeah, right now it is just kind of eerie walk in the woods. Okay, but this is our way forward. We just gotta follow this on its way up. And I'm trying to think of, like, what else could be done to improve this mode. Like, there was the countdown timer, which was kind of interesting to set things into motion in that. I don't think there should be something where it's like, you know how much distance from the Darkwalker you are. Like, I don't know if that is a thing that'll come up or not. But I feel like having the sight of being able to know how far it is also lets you know about, like, okay, I just have to maintain this distance and I'll be okay, or I can run faster and get further. I don't know if having that persistent looming threat you can see closing in if you're too slow would make it more tense or it'd be more relieving. I guess kind of all depends on the circumstances of what you're in as you see that happening. Like, if you're in this point where we're doing fine, we're moving along, we could see we're actually, like, gaining ground away from it, that'd be relief. But if we do have to, again, backtrack, try to figure out a way or a path forward, I could see that just ramping up the tension more. But yeah, so far, this mode hasn't exactly been all that tense or scary. And I don't know if it will be unless I screw up royally. Which, to be honest, I could be doing right now, because, again, I'm not entirely sure. No, this should be taking us up through to where we need to go. Oh, yeah, I know exactly where we are. This is that weird little split where you can go low or high, but they'll both meet up eventually anyway. We'll stick to high, though. My only concern going forward is, if I do have to hit each region, there's a region I don't actually know how I get to, and that's the Bleak Inlet. If there is a fire on that map, I have no idea how or what areas actually connect to it, because I've never been to it in-game myself. I know it's an area that has timber wolves, but again, I'm clueless for how you actually reach it. Like, I thought it would have been from Coastal Highway, but looking here, it's actually... Oh, there's a branch off in the ravine that might lead to it. So I might actually have to head for Bleak Inlet first, and then backtrack. Oh, that could be another point, or another thing like Desolation Point, where if it bottlenecks you to only one way in, one way out. Okay, the new, I can't remember what type of tree that is, but you can find acorns in that. It might be a maple? That new type tree is kind of spooky with the new, well, I shouldn't say new, but with, like, the Darkwalker atmosphere. And another creepy one right there. But yeah, we'll get to the ravine and see where I should go from that. As if it is a case where Bleak Inlet will have a diary page, I have to hit it. I think to keep the difficulty present for this mode, or this challenge, they haven't added more diary pages to it. So we'll just have to go along and see. But I think the places of concern are Bleak Inlet, and then how I'm going to get to Milton or the mountain town. Like, the issue I have with that is you have to do some rope climbing when it comes to Milton. And I can't remember if, even if the rope is present for us to do so, I don't know if we'll have the energy to climb all the way as we need. Because, like, that's one thing we've been fighting a lot for this challenge is not so much our warmth, but actually how much stamina we've got. Now, I thought 60 minutes would have been a lot of time, but we are already through that. And, yeah, talking about stamina, I don't want to use up too much more of it. We just gotta keep going. We should be hitting the peak of the area pretty soon. And then from there, it's just following the tracks to the ravine. Where you have to go from the ravine to get to Bleak Inlet, I have no idea. It's... Okay, I think that's just a waterfall we're hearing. At least I'm hoping it is, because that's very loud. Yeah, I think there's just a waterfall underneath us. Because I can't imagine we'll encounter the Darkwalker going a direction we've never been before. Oh, yeah, that's probably what's underneath. Yeah, waterfall. Okay. A little bit of relief knowing that's what's making all the noise. But yeah, I'm not really going to stop for any loot aside from at the campfires. Just because they hold so much good stuff to them that they are really just your most important spots. Trying to go slow and loot everything is not the mindset to have when you're trying to outrun something. Once we transition into this next region, I'll have to see like where the possible transition is. At least I think we're fully done Coastal Highway, and we don't have to go back there. Okay, that's it there. So it's kind of like halfway through this entire region, and there's no campfire here. I think that is the only way to go in and out of Bleak Inlet. So we'll try to get that done first. God, okay, I'm glad we're going through this part without too much worry of the, I still hate this so much. Without the Darkwalker right on our tail. It's like, I don't know how it would handle that for being, like, such a narrow thing with the terrain. Oh, the creaking, I thought, was almost like growling for a moment there. Although I am hearing... God, I kind of want to take a look back. Not that I'm expecting to see anything. Yeah, I feel like it has to be the Darkwalker spawns from where you entered a region, but maybe after so much time. Because I can't see it being something where... I'm trying to think of how it would work, but okay, so once we get through this tunnel, we'll need to try to look for an alternate way. But yeah, I'm still not fully sure the mechanics behind how the Darkwalker spawns, its behavior to go after the player, or like how terrain impedes or affects it if it does at all. Like the first time I played this challenge mode on the channel, I got lost in the Hushed River Valley, and we basically kind of wound up at a dead end facing off against it. Ironically, the Hushed River Valley might be our last map, or last region to hit, to get the final diary page with the route we're going so far. I'm just take a quick look. Yeah, it's beyond Milton, so that's probably going to be the last area we'll hit. Oop, and I think our fatigue is catching up and we're starting to get too heavy. Okay, so apparently the way to Bleak Inlet is either on this side or the other side. I'm kind of expecting to maybe see like a climbing rope somewhere, but... Okay, I don't think it's this side, because yeah, I do not see a thing here. So we've just got to keep going. This is the big obstacle I've got to figure out is the way forward. Like, the fog is growing a bit here, but I should have enough time to slip in and out. Okay, although the problem is I'm looking to our left. I'm not seeing anything that's like a branching off point where it's like... the fence is staying pretty solid around or along. And that looks like just a sheer cliff still.
It's making my head feel thick.
Just be glad it's the cold and nothing else right now. Is that just track or... No, it's a backpack. We'll stop for a moment just to see. Okay, the energy drink... Oh, maybe this is what I'm looking for. Oh, I see. Okay. I'm stupid. It's down and backtrack that way, which does bottleneck the area. Although I do have to try to figure... Again, the terrain... Okay, terrain geometry wasn't too bad this time. Again, the Long Dark can have some pretty strict geometry for things that look like you can walk up easily. You can't at all. Like, right there, there's a few almost like hard points.
Someone's stash.
Okay, a few decent little things. And yeah, now we gotta go to the left here. I don't know how big of an area the inlet is either, and I'm really not sure if we'll have to deal with, like, timber wolves. Desolation Point did have regular wolves about. Oh, no. This is, I think, where you need to... I don't have a mountaineering rope. I can't go to Bleak Inlet through here. That was not part of my, plan. So, that's going to be troublesome. I don't think there's any way... Yeah, there's no way to see the map of the area unless you're in that region. So, I might have to come back here with a mountaineering rope in order to go there. I don't know if it's intended that you have that as an obstacle or not. But I guess we'll just keep motoring along to Mystery Lake. And as long as there's no wildlife to have to be too concerned of, it should be pretty fast going to wherever the fire is in that one. My guess it's either... It's probably going to be out of the way, so my thinking is it might not be... It might be up with, like, the fire watch tower on that map. Oh. Okay, just regular deer going by. Don't worry too much about that. Condition isn't really something we have to worry about. Like, there are some wolves and things about, but again, we're still very well equipped to deal with them. Yeah, we're still on the right trail. Just gotta motor on along. But that issue of not having a mountaineering rope and needing one might come back to bite me. I'll just have to bypass the Bleak Inlet for now and hope there's multiple fires ahead. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If it is one per region, we have to hit that. Oh boy. I hope I also haven't been screwed because I didn't go for the Blackrock region, given I thought Ash Canyon... Nope. And there was the fog, and it only gave me 7 minutes. Okay, let's see. There's only one fire. Well... Actually, I'm surprised how centralized it is. It's like right along the main route you normally go through here, but... I guess without the transition things to worry about when it comes to... but only 7 minutes in that, and we have to use a climbing rope. I think the toxic fog chips away at your condition. I don't think it's like you're in it and you're instantly dead. I think you do have some time with it, or you kind of have to. Given how tight of a time window that seems to have for the ravine for like a pass-through. Unless there's some way the Forlorn Muskeg connects out to the Bleak Inlet. Kind of hoping it does, because that might be my saving grace, and I think I'd... I don't know if Broken Railroad would have, but if it is one per region... Okay, yeah, so I'm at 4, so this would be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Possibly. Oh, boy. Well, we'll just motor until we do hit that fire. And it's kind of weird how much more visibility we've gotten now that we're in Mystery Lake. Like, I don't know, as time keeps going on, the fog gets thicker, and that's where your visibility decreases from. And it's like it's forming more and more. I am hearing some wolves around. So my guess is we're not entirely clear of danger here. Okay, so it's still a ways ahead. I think it's actually beside the derailed train. And a couple train cars are up here. But yeah, we just gotta keep moving. The tension from this mode, I don't really think is that much from the Darkwalker, and more so having to plan out your route and figure out where you're going if you don't know how the connections work for the regions. Because, like, the fog is something that does add... Nope, I think that's a wolf right up there. And there's probably one right there, too. I'm probably not even going to worry about actually hitting them. As long as I can just scare them off, that'll be helpful. But I... Okay, that I think scared him off. Yeah, the other one's running too. I'll probably have to use another one in a bit. Because this guy's probably going to... Oh, there's what we're looking for. Yeah, that guy's turned courageous again. There's the bark. Yeah, go running that way. Good dog. Okay, reload these. Okay, we'll put that away. Yeah, this is where I'll have to be careful about how much time I'll spend at this one. Because first of all, let's just see what it does have for, like, goods to help us.
Feels like something is sapping my energy.
Okay, there's the diary page. Can't see it, can't fight it, only running. My heart, a black echo in the forest, always hunting for a green fire. Take that. Okay, let's see. The cargo pants are going to be very helpful for that. We'll have the MRE to get a lot of food. As much as it'd be helpful to get more water made. I think the bigger thing is just trying to get the sleep in.
The pack is getting kind of heavy.
Yeah, I'll have to actually see how we're doing for supplies. Like, what's... Okay, you know what? Drop that off. I'll hold on to that. I don't need all of these because I don't expect to get attacked, or I'm praying I don't get attacked. We can lose that. Lose that. Oh, we don't need 2 storm lanterns. And you know what? We'll probably get rid of that and that. It's not a lot, but it should keep us under the carrying capacity. Put that down. We get 4 hours of sleep. We're fully warmed up, which is good. We'll see if there's any of the ward left. I think you can get 5 hours out of it. Nope, it's already out. Okay, so we're on the move. I think we'll try going for Forlorn Muskeg first. And then maybe cut up to Mountain Town. Or should I try hitting Mountain Town first and then... No, I think I have to go for Mountain Town as like one of my last ones because... everything is bottlenecking up ahead. Like, Hushed River Valley only has an access through Mountain Town. Mountain Town, you can get to it through Mystery Lake here and through Forlorn Muskeg. Now, we're going to at least go through to the Muskeg. Because there's no transition area there, so I won't have to worry about that. Use the time before Darkwalker arrives, prepare yourself for the hunt. I don't know if that means, like... Maybe it does mean there's, like... It only spawns after so much time to an area. I don't know. I haven't actually been stopping to check and see, like, if that changes for what it tells us about. I'm hoping one of the spots we're going to hit soon is going to just have some water. I don't think the energy drinks will hydrate us. And I want to save that for having to do the, any rope climbs. I don't think we'll have many ahead. Well, again, I have no idea about Bleak Inlet. I have to see if there is some kind of connection once we get to the muskeg to it. If there is... Oh, the muskeg might be a hard one to get through. I might have to actually use our stamina to get, like, run through parts of it just to speed us along. Yeah, go running off. Get you buggers. And truth be told, I could probably just use one of my flares. Why have I not been using one of my flares for them? It will keep them at bay, and it also reduces a little bit my carry weight, too, to get them out. I'm going to put it that I'm under more pressure, and I'm not thinking as much as I should be. We'll use that instead of my own incompetence. But... Oh, I also have to... Oh, God, I have to think of, like, how the muskeg's campfire might be, too. Because my thinking is, if there is a way to get to Bleak Inlet, it would almost be like a diamond pattern, I think. The eastern spot would be kind of how we come in through Mystery Lake, or maybe the southernmost spot. I'm not actually sure how the layout is, but one spot would be where we come in from Mystery Lake here. Bleak Inlet, probably to like the south or western or far side or whatever. Broken Railroad, another up top. And then Mountain Town. It's almost like the diamond. But the problem is, I might have to hit the middle for its campfire. We'll see what the layout is once we get into that region and probably end this episode here. I was hoping to have gotten 2 spots hit up for today, but just with the distances we have to cover, it's probably not going to go that smoothly. Well, I know it's not going to go that smoothly. We're already pretty much towards the usual span for an episode. But I also don't know if, like, it ends with us finding the 10 pages, or we have to go to a specific spot in the world for it. I just hope it's not the coastal highway again, because, well, that and there's the ravine that didn't have a lot of time to it either. Okay, well, let's not worry too far ahead. Let's just focus on what tasks we have at hand. And there's... Shoot. It's what I was worried about. So we'll probably have to do this to hit this, then up here, then there, then there. So it is going to be interesting, but at least it does look like there might be a way to Bleak Inlet from the muskeg here. Thank you guys, though, for joining me on this episode of the Long Dark Escape the Darkwalker Challenge. I'm going to try to squeeze it in this week. The last episode might be a little bit longer than usual in order to squeeze it in, but I figure better do that than cut off early and, like, be limbo, did we do it or not? So thank you guys so much for joining me, and until I catch you all in the next video or episode, survivors, please remember, as always, to take care and stay alive.